And it's interesting you bring up this idea of trust and pivoting back before you left to go to Puerto Rico. When you were at Amgen, you were a real champion of a lot of programs within Amgen, including the Mood Squad at Amgen, Life at RI, Amgen RI, and also Leading with Trust and Candor. And so how pivotal do you think those not only advance and focus on the type of coaching leadership that you offer, but also helping others to lead with trust and candor, being aware of their moods and their, and what they bring in when they walk through the door?
Yeah, for me, I think having the distinctions of trust and how building trust in an organization helps the organization be successful. I really learned that in my time at Rhode Island. And, we certainly have had some challenges if you look between 2002 to today. Unfortunately, we had to close a manufacturing facility that had been very, very successful. But, when you make a decision to close a facility, it can help to wear down the trust that the staff members have of the leaders, right? Not only at the site, but leaders at Amgen. And after, I was fortunate enough to go through some training leadership training that really focused on building trust. It really resonated with me. And, I think that after we went through that experience, the organization came together and said, listen, we still have an important mission to supply Enbrel to patients. And we can't do this with an organization where there's distrust. And so, we came together as a leadership team and really said, listen, we needed to continue to ensure that we were having conversations that were building trust and that was focused on candor in the organization. And for those of you, if you haven't had the opportunity to read the book called The Speed of Trust, I would actually recommend it, because as a leader, not only does it talk about the benefits that when you have an organization based on trust, it also talks about the business value that it brings. Because, if people aren't trustworthy, right, you end up with unproductive behavior such as rework, maybe rumor mills, et cetera, that really just creates a lot of anxiety in the organization. And what we found is that when there was a breakdown in trust, people didn't know how to have that crucial conversation. And so we provided distinctions that trust is an assessment of competency. So is this person really capable of doing the role or executing the job that we've asked them to do? Are they sincere? So are they being honest? And are they reliable? So do they do what they say they're going to do? And if you are able to assess a situation and really take a look at what is creating that breakdown, either within yourself in working with that person or that person and the impact they're having on the team, it allows you to define real actions that can be meaningful. Because otherwise, right, it's very easy to say, oh, I don't trust that person. But there's really no openness there. There's no willingness to say what's the possibility and how can we move past that. And I think that can really create stagnation in the organization. Things aren't always going to be perfect. There's always going to be tension in the organization, right? Because you want to balance quality and cost, and not all those things, right, fit together perfectly. But if you don't create an environment where people can have that feedback and that you can have those conversations, I just think it's very difficult to move forward. And it's very difficult to deliver on results if you don't do that.
Really, really valuable.